Hey guys, what's up? It's Uncle Zunky. So, we are going to be doing an Eve run this time. And the reason that we're going to be doing an Eve run is because I have been trying Blue Baby lately. I've been doing a lot of Blue Baby. I've literally done about 20 Blue Baby runs the past couple days, and Blue Baby is just ridiculously hard. So, what that means is that I'm not going to be beating Blue Baby anytime soon. So I still have yet to win with Eve. So what that means is I'm going to try it out with Eve, see how it goes. Eve is probably my second least favorite character after the Blue Baby. Blue Baby is just ridiculously hard. For me at least. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who are good at him and winning with him. I am not one of those people. So the problem with Eve is her damage is just very, very terrible. So you really do require some damage upgrades. Or if you get Guppy's Paw is like really the best item in the game if you have Eve, and the reason for that is once she gets down to either half of a red heart or no red hearts, she is constantly put in a cursed state where her damage and speed is greatly increased. So, if you can end up getting Guppy's Paw, you can 100% of the time be in that cursed state and always have damage and speed greatly increased, and it makes Eve actually good. But if you don't run into Guppy's Paw, well, this run can be kind of a challenge. I mean, you can put yourself down to half a red heart and then try to not take damage, but, I mean, obviously I'm not going to be able to last very long in a situation like that. Maybe some people are skilled enough to do it. I am not one of those people. So there are two possible locations for the secret room on this floor. Should I check here? I guess I may as well. And it turns out that the secret room was not there. So unless I happen to get a bomb from the boss or something, which it's Larry Jr. So since it's a blue Larry Jr., I will get a soul heart drop from this boss, but will I get a bomb from him? I don't think so. Not unless my Binding of Isaac knowledge is completely off. Another thing is with Eve, if you take damage during a room, you will spawn a dead bird, and the dead bird will do damage to enemies, and it's decent. It's great when you're in like a room like this, and the thing is, Eve's damage is so pitiful, it'd take me absolutely forever to kill Larry Jr. on my own, so it's very helpful to have the blue bird. It's very helpful to have the dead bird, and also I can heal back the damage I took, so it's not the biggest deal in the world. Heading down to the next floor with 3 HP. Again, I'm probably going to have Guppy's Paw. I don't think it's like a thing. I might be able to beat it without Guppy's Paw. I think I'm going to absolutely 100% need Guppy's Paw to win this run. And I took damage there because I just stood still while a spider charged towards me. I'm not exactly sure why I decided that was a good idea, but I did. And lost half of a soul heart. I more get angry over losing soul hearts than red hearts, because red hearts you can replenish, soul hearts you can also replenish, but not as easily. A room with 2 Gishes in it, possibly one of the easiest rooms in the game. If I get a blood bank on this floor, I will be able to check out the boss challenge rooms. That would be cool. So hopefully I get a blood bank on this floor. No promises though. I think they're actually kind of rare during the first 2 floors of the game. Another room with 2 Gishes in it, and there's a dime in it. That is great. I will take that all day long. Maybe I'll be able to access the shop. That would be awesome if I was able to do that, but we'll see. Alright, so here's my item room. I'm really hoping for something good. It'd be cool to get money equals power. I actually got that last run that I did not record because, well, I died on the Catacombs 1 because it was a Blue Baby run. I'm not going to be talking anymore about that. Blue Baby is just, oh my goodness. I really hope that one day I'm good enough to beat him, but I'm nowhere good enough to beat him right now. And we get Monstro's Tooth from the item room, which is an active item that causes Monstro to come and stomp on all enemies in the room. So my idea was try to get that enemy to hit the wall so it could possibly open up the secret room, but it doesn't look like that worked out. And we get, you know, one of the hardest first bosses you can get in the game in what's her face, the Widow. But fortunately, Monstro took out almost all of her health because Monstro does pretty decent damage, and also the Widow is a very low health item. So we get Super Bandage, which is an item I've actually never seen before, personally. And we get a Spade or the Quarter. Unfortunately, no Guppy's Paw. I was really hoping for a Guppy's Paw. So I won't take any of those, but yeah, the Super Bandage is +1 HP up and also +2 Soul Hearts. So it's one of the better, I think it's the second best health upgrade in the game. Well, not counting like, I don't know, Holy Grail or something like that, that's better, but second best health upgrade in the game that you can get from a boss, the best one being Meat, because it increases your health and also your damage. And I don't think you can get, there's also another item that increases your health and damage, but I don't believe bosses drop it. I was just talking strictly boss drops here, so I was really hoping I wasn't going to get hurt there, but having to dodge like 10 shots from the 2 hosts in addition to having to dodge like 4 flies, that's a little too much to be asking for, I think. So yes, I took damage there. I'm not surprised. I was fully expecting to. And like my problem is my damage with Eve is just so pitiful that it's really hard to take these guys out. So like pretty much all my soul hearts are going away, which I'm not thrilled about. But I mean, there's just really no way to avoid that when it takes like 10 shots just to kill a charger. Not really a whole lot I can do in that situation. I was hoping that that would kill the Moths before I got damaged, but oh well. Let's go in here, see what's up. A gray chest, I don't think that's worth it. So unfortunately I had like 3.5 soul hearts that I ended up losing in 2 rooms, but Eve's damage is just so bad. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot, but she does have the worst damage modifier in the game of any character. So every time you get a damage upgrade, it only gives her 0.7 damage instead of a full damage, which just means that, you know, Eve only does 70% of the damage that other characters do. Well, other characters like base characters like Isaac, who have the normal... Isaac is like the base character, and you can like, you know, set all your opinions off of him when it comes to like damage. So Eve does like 70% of the damage that Isaac does, and then characters like Judas and Cain do over damage. So we got a range down pill, which isn't, well, I guess it's kind of a big deal. Well, it's not the hugest deal. I can still shoot across over half of the room with my tears, so I think my range is still okay. I'd like another range up eventually, but I think for now I'll be just fine. What I'd really like is a couple more health upgrades and then Guppy's Paw. I mean, I think that's literally the only way I'm going to win this run, is if that ends up happening, that exact scenario. Or I guess if I got like Epic Fetus, but I don't think that's going to be happening. So we get a room full of spitters, much better than a room full of chargers. I also picked up Pinky Eye, which has a random chance to shoot a green tier instead of your typical blue ones, or whatever these color are, white, clear. But yeah, it poisons enemies, so that can be kind of useful in certain situations. I probably need to be looking for the secret room. Where exactly I should look for the secret room is more the mystery. I also hope the item room pops up soon, and I also hope it's something absolutely epic, because, well, my first 2 items haven't been horrible, but they haven't exactly been, you know, like, game-winning items either. They've been, I guess, less than stellar would be the best explanation of what my items have been like so far. And a troll bomb. Not exactly what I was hoping for. And so there is one likely location for the secret room on this floor, so I will put a bomb down there to check. If it's not there, I'll say oh well, and I won't be checking anywhere else. So this is quite an easy room. I wish I had more rooms like this. Hopefully I get quite an easy boss along with it on this floor. And hopefully I get like an insane upgrade for that boss. So hopefully I get like Lard from here and then Guppy's Paw from the boss. Teleport. Alright. Well, I'm not even going to take that. Teleport just randomly teleports you to a room in a floor. It also has a chance of teleporting you to the I Am Era room. 1 up. Alright, that's pretty good. So I'm happy with the 1 up. I would have preferred like Epic Fetus, of course, but I'm not going to argue with the 1 up. So right off the bat, I got trapped in a corner there. Not really a whole lot I could do about that. I said right off the bat, Monstro did like 50%, well, almost 50%. If it was 50%, Pestilence would turn into his little horseman state. So like lots of damage going down. I'm trying to avoid these enemies, but it's a little bit difficult. So Deadbird, if you could help me out, that would be absolutely great. No, just go attack Pestilence. I got the flies, don't worry. Go attack Pestilence, please. I guess Deadbird isn't really in the fighting mood today. Oh well, that's not really a whole lot I can do about that. So I ended up losing a lot of health on Pestilence, but the rest of the fight should be easy. It's more just the first stage of Pestilence when he spawns chargers, especially if you're in a room with a lot of rocks on the side. That's really the only time when this boss fight is a little bit challenging. And you just gotta be careful not to step in the green goop, obviously, but after you've taken his head off, he's really quite easy. So I get my first stage cube of meat, which is great, and before I leave this floor, I am going to go and check out the shop, because I have 17 cents, so I think the shop very well might just be worth it. Let's see, oh, there's a discounted compass in there. I think the shop was definitely worth it. The compass really only shines once you reach, like, the womb, and later on in the game, but it's not stellar at the start of the game. I'm just a big fan of the word stellar at the moment. I don't know why, but the compass isn't amazing at the very start of the game. It's more later on in the game where it truly shines. And will we get to late on in the game where it will be given the ability to shine? Probably not, but we'll see. So with the greed heads, if you just stand completely still, they can't damage you, usually. They're not supposed to be able to damage you. Sometimes they, exploit epic game hacks and end up damaging you anyway, but this is probably the easiest greed head room here, even with the spikes and all. This is definitely the least challenging one. So, got a key, which is a good thing. It means I can go into my item room. What do I want? Polyphemus, and it's a health upgrade, so not terrible. Still really wanting to get Guppy's Paw. There is a curse room here on this floor, so, there is that not good chance for Guppy's Paw, but there's always a chance that I could end up getting that from a curse room. So I will definitely be checking out the curse room, as long as I don't, end up losing a ton of HP on this floor. And if I do, then it's probably in my best interest to not check out the curse room. But one of the greed heads escaped, which, I don't think they're supposed to be able to do, but it happens from time to time. And one greed head is probably not such a big deal. It's more when there's multiple ones of them. Oh wow, he walked right into me. Red chest. I would love to be able to explore that, just because it does have a chance of giving Guppy's Paw. Or it also has a chance of just giving 2 spiders, and also spawned a spider during my way outs. There is no way to not get hit there, which is just, wonderful. Fistula room. Not a big fan of this room, I will admit. It's not one of the rooms that I like finding. But as long as you're just careful and you keep your distance from these guys, it's not the biggest catastrophe in the world. Just get some of these bomb flies spawned. Get some of them exploded soon, hopefully. Also, if you kill the fistula over the gaps, bomb flies don't spawn, even though bomb flies are flying enemies. So why they don't spawn, I don't really know. I shouldn't have picked up that soul heart because I want to go visit the curse room, but oh well. I'll probably end up losing that soul heart. It happens. It could be worse. So we'll take out this room fairly easily. Shouldn't be too much of a challenge. Even though there are spikes, I should be able to avoid those. And really, I just need some luck. Luck is all you need. That's what I need here to end up succeeding during this run. Should I go into the curse room and end up losing this soul heart? I think I should. Oh my goodness. A room with a champion fat fly and 2 greed heads. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, a troll bomb just spawned. I don't know how it spawned or what spawned it, but that's what happened. So quite low on HP here due to many events happening, and we get scapular. Was that worth it? I think it was. Scapular will give me a soul heart every time I go down to half of a red heart. So, I mean, it's a decent item. Is it game changing? No, not really, but we get Bob's Rotten Head in the secret room, which I really don't want. So I guess I'm just gonna go to the arcade and gamble away some of my money, mostly just in the hopes of getting some HP. Was it a wise idea to explore this room? No, it was not, but I was just thinking maybe I can explore some rooms, and hopefully they'll be easy rooms, and that will result in me getting health drops. And this ended up being a horrible idea, obviously, but How would I have known? I'm just gonna go to the arcade straight after this. So I did get a soul heart thanks to scapular, which is always a good thing. So these bee lickers, like, I'm trying to fight them, but it's hard because, well, for one, Dead Bird is just chasing these eternal flies. If Dead Bird would just focus on that bee licker, my life would be so much easier. Alright, I'm gonna destroy that poop and leave. Go back in, and there's a couple cents. I guess I might as well destroy this one too. Alright, so arcade is my next stop. Unfortunately, there's no like boss challenge room on this floor. So as you can see now that I'm below, well, I'm down to half a red heart. My damage and health is boosted. The only issue is that, well, I'm very close to death. Unless I end up getting a ton of soul hearts. So again, I'm going to absolutely need Guppy's Paw to win this run. So I'm really hoping that I end up getting Guppy's Paw after this boss. I do have the 1-up, so even if the boss ends up being, I don't know what bosses would really be difficult, but full health pill. That's alright, I guess. I would have liked to stay in the cursed state for the boss itself, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Come on, I'm trying to play you. And I would absolutely love to get Skatel. That would be epic if I could get that, but no, it was not to be. And the Skull Game is offering hearts. I would love those. That was also not to be. So yeah, as you can see, we lost our damage, which is really unfortunate, but I'm going to go ahead and start the boss. The boss is Peep, so it's probably a good thing that I got that full health kill, because I probably would have died on this boss fight without it. I really should have done like one more room and tried to get Monstro's Tooth recharged, but you know, what can you do? It's too late now. I'm really just trying to avoid his eyes, his peeper eyes. Okay, I now have the Dead Bird spawn, so Dead Bird, if you would like to fight Peep instead of the peeper eyes, that would be absolutely great and wonderful. My damage is just so poor that I can't really do a whole lot to Peep myself, so I really need the Dead Bird's help. There you go, buddy. Nope, he's back on the peeper eyes. I'm trying to pay attention to the peeper eyes and not getting them hurting me, but in the process that's meaning it's hard to keep track of where Peep is. Oh wow, that was an amazing shot by Peep, I will admit. He is a marksman. But yeah, hopefully I get an angel or devil room. But I mean, with the amount of damage that I've taken during this fight, it's looking to be more and more unlikely. But we'll see. And Peep is about halfway dead. If the Dead Bird just stays on him, this shouldn't take too much longer. I haven't had a single damage upgrade the entire fight, and Eve does start with the lowest damage of any character, so that's really what's making this fight so long. I meant to say I haven't had a single damage upgrade the entire run so far, not the entire fight. Obviously, you're not going to get damage upgrades during a fight unless I go down to half of a red heart, and then in that case, I will in fact get one. But, you know, even if with a boss that's not terribly difficult like Peep, when you have just absolutely terrible damage, it hurts you. So Cat of Nine Tails, which is in essence the worst boss drop in the game, in my opinion. Some people can dispute that. In my opinion, though, it's by far the worst boss drop in the game. And what also sucks is it's a very, very common boss drop. You seem to get it like every single run. If you make it to the womb and you don't get Cat of Nine Tails, there's something wrong with the world. Because like it seems, yeah, you really do get that item every single run, and it sucks because the item sucks. Pretty much all it does is increases your shot speed, which means your tears travel faster while they're in the air. What does that do for you? In most cases, it does absolutely nothing. So that's why it is such a bad item. Unfortunately, I got hit during this Larry Jr. fight, but it's bound to happen. Okay, come on. Come on. Guppy's Paw. Guppy's Paw. Nope. It was a soul heart. It's bound to happen, though. Oh. I actually initially thought all of these flies were fat flies. That's why I just stood absolutely still and took that shot like a champ. And there is a tinted rock during this room, or in this room, which is a good thing. If I am able to find a bomb, I'll definitely take that. What is this? Hierophant, 2 soul hearts. Great card. I would love to be able to get a bomb. Okay, and our item is Spoonbender, which gives me homing shots, which means my tears will chase enemies after I shoot them. So is it good? Yeah, it's alright. It's not great. I'll take it. I won't argue with it. Basically, if you're the kind of person who misses a lot with shots, I did not get hit by that brain there. I'm sorry, game, but your hit detection was a little bit off. I narrowly missed that brain, but still took damage, because, you know, that's just the way of things. So yeah, if you have really bad aim, I guess it makes up for a little bit of that, but other than that, it's not necessarily like a game-winning upgrade or anything. So I would love to visit the curse room again, just for that chance of Guppy's Paw, or possibly other items, like you can get like Spirit of the Night in curse rooms as well, which I have had before personally, which was like the best curse room I've ever had. So I will be visiting that, even though it looks like I'll lose half of a soul heart. I mean, come on, it's me. I'm gonna lose that soul heart in like in like the very next room I go into anyway, so I might as well. Man, it takes so many hits just to kill these nubs. It's a little bit ridiculous. So I mean, it's almost like a good thing to get hit during a room, because the dead bird just helps me out so much. No item drop from that room, and the curse room is going to be Guppy's tail. It is a Guppy item. It's not the Guppy item that I personally wanted, though, but I'll take it. So is there anything else I need to do during this run? Well, I would really like a bomb to open up that tinted rock. Hopefully we get one on our path to the boss. So, knights. One thing I can say is Spoonbender makes these enemies slightly easier. Not hugely easier, but, you know, the difference is there. I can use, luckily, Pinky Eye to poison the knights occasionally, and that helps out, because that just means I can, wow, I just walked into damage there, as I often do. And you can poison the knights even if you don't hit them in the back of the head, so that's always a good thing. But even though I did take damage, Dead Bird is out. Dead Bird's doing work, so gold chest, yes, I will open that. Bombs and coins, which means that I will definitely be checking for the secret room in the place that I suspect the secret room is, which is just north of this room. Alright, please be the secret room. Dang it. Where else would the secret room be? Is it worth exploring the depths just to find the secret room? Potentially, probably not. It's probably a horrible idea. But, you know, I could come across some easy rooms, and that could help me out. Oh my goodness, this is not an easy room. Well, with Monstro's head, it actually is. Here's another likely location for the secret room. Might as well check it. And there it is. And it is a soul heart machine, which I'll play a couple times. Or fortune teller machine, I should say. Goat hoof, crap, fortune, and card. Emperor. Good card. Especially during the womb. If I end up making it to the womb alive, that is a great card. Dang it, I really wish I had some money. Well, maybe I'll find like, my goodness. So, that was bad, but I mean, at least I spawned Dead Bird, and at least I got the Champion Knight dead from that. Okay, Dead Bird, attack. Sick him. And as I remember, there was also a tinted rock more north by the item room. Golden chest, card, death card. I'll take it. I gotta remember to go back and get that Emperor card though. I will explore this room, and I'll just go ahead and use death here, because I mean that Emperor card is a lot better later on in the game. If I end up making it to the womb, the Emperor card is absolutely like 100% vital to survival, especially with me, who has very low health and very low damage, and probably isn't going to be living until the Mom's Heart fight, but the Emperor card will make that a much higher possibility than it was previously. And I've never beaten Mom's Heart with Eve, so I really need to get it done, because like every character that you beat Mom's Heart with, you unlock a new item, so it's very important that I do that. A couple more cents, which is actually a very good drop, because I want to be making sure I play this beggar. Just on the off chance that he gives me an HP up. It usually takes like 10 cents to get a beggar to pay out, but this time it took 2 cents. Give me Mom's purse, which, I really did not want, but I'll take it. So there was indeed a tinted rock up here, as I suspected, and there was not a small rock in it, which I wanted. But that's okay. Mom's purse just means I can carry 2 trinkets. I guess there's really no reason to explore that last room. You know, I could get a red heart drop from it, but I could just as easily take more damage, which I really don't want to be taking. Pretty much I just wanted to get Monstro, I pretty much just wanted to get Monstro, like, what do you call it? Recharged? Yeah. Oh, why was that so hard to think of? Just the word recharged. I use that word all the time. But yeah, I wanted to get Monstro's Tooth recharged, which I have now done. And, well, I ended up using on this room. I kind of wanted to save it for the boss, but there looks like enough rooms left, so I could potentially get Monstro's... oh my goodness. I could potentially get Monstro's Tooth recharged again for the boss. I'll try it. This room doesn't look too difficult. And then, yeah, I might as well go explore that last room just to try to get a Monstrous Tooth recharge. And more red hearts would be amazing. Slash soul hearts, slash tinted rocks, slash epic fetus secret rooms. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Yes, I will open up this gold chest, and it will be another Emperor card. So, actually, I forgot to go back and get the Emperor card. But now I have 2 of them. So what does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything important, but I can only take one of them along with me. I guess I could, like, teleport to the boss with this Emperor card, but then I have to go back and get the other one, so it's kind of pointless. Let's just go explore this last room, try to get our monster recharged, just to make the boss fight a little easier, and it ends up that this room just has a gray chest in it, so I will not be getting a monster recharge, which is unfortunate, but I do get the missing page, and I can take both trinkets since I have the Mom's Purse. What missing page does is every time you get hit, you have a 5% chance of doing a Necronomicon effect, so basically a 5% chance of doing a lot of damage to everything in the room. So Depths 1 boss, hopefully it's like Monster 2, hopefully it's not the bloat. It is, in fact, Gish. Alright, so I have honestly never fought this boss before. This is a first time, but I will get the little Gish familiar from killing him. I think this boss is actually quite rare. I will get the little Gish familiar from defeating this boss, which is objectively the best familiar in the game in a lot of people's eyes. So, does that black stuff hurt me when I walk on it? I have no idea, but I'm not really a huge fan of, you know, testing out to see. My damage is so bad, man. I almost need to get hit just to get a dead bird out. So this guy just seems like a clone of Monstro, and the black stuff does not seem to hurt you if you walk on it. So yeah, this is pretty much just Monstro, it looks like, except he shoots bombs, and he also has familiars that shoot black stuff. Oh, the black stuff slows you if you walk on it, that's right. That makes sense because, like, the little Gish familiars shoots black tears that slow enemies when they hit them. So yeah, this will be my first time unlocking the little Gish familiar, which adds to my collection, which is always a good thing. So this guy is pretty much just a Monstro clone. For the most part, it looks like he killed his own spawn there, and being a monster clone means he's actually quite easy, so I hopefully will be able to beat this boss, even though my damage is pitiful and I only have, like, well, a couple hits I can take. I just wasn't even paying attention there. That's how I got hit by that. Yeah, this black stuff is annoying, but it's not like game ending, but luckily I do have the dead bird out now, so always look for those positives, and the dead bird is actually going to help me out a lot, so I'm not even completely mad about that. It seems like walking in the black stuff isn't even really that big a deal. But that's cool that I found Gish for the first time ever. It's just weird how I've never fought this boss before, but it was bound to happen at some point. And it's going to be cool to have this familiar, which is actually very, very good. A lot of the familiars in the game aren't great, but I guess most of them do boost your damage, unless you get a familiar like Little Chad, which is pretty terrible. But actually, you know, I wouldn't even be mad if I got Little Chad right now, because that's a familiar that just drops half of a red heart every couple of rooms. I wouldn't be mad if I got that familiar right now, though, because, like, I'm in a very bad situation hearts-wise. I can only take 4 more hits before I'm dead. And Little Gish has appeared in the basement. My first time ever fighting that boss. We get Little Gish, who, as you can see, just shoots black tears along with me, and those black tears slow enemies when they hit them, so it's actually an absolutely wonderful familiar to get. So let us proceed towards the item room. Hopefully this is the right way to go. And, you know, I very, very well might die on this floor. You know, I'm obviously going to try my best not to, but I think there's a... oh my goodness. I think there's a good chance of that happening. But the good thing, on the bright side, is I do have the 1-up, so if I die. I will respawn, and I will be alive. But unfortunately, I don't have any keys because, well, I used up all my keys on golden chests, which may or may not have been the most intelligent thing to do in the world. But we get Chad here, who, you know, Monstro missed him. I was going to try to do some damage on him with Monstro, but Monstro unfortunately missed, which does happen from time to time. It actually happens a lot, especially against monsters that move and are decently fast. So it looks like I'll take out, not Chad, why did I say Chad? Looks like I'll take out Chub without taking any damage, which is good. I mean, you always want to take out everything without taking any damage. Please be a key, no key. So that means I'll have to backtrack a little bit to try to find a key so I can open up this item room. And hopefully I don't get one of those, you know, great key famine runs, which I have had before, where, you know, runs where you just don't get a key the entire run, and it's actually very aggravating. So I want to take out these guts first, and then I'll worry on the actual vis. The vis are the monsters that shoot lasers out of their stomachs, and the guts are the monsters that roll around. So we'll take them out, get them all to fire in a singular shot pattern. That didn't work out so well. And if you can get them all to fire in a singular shot pattern, it's quite an easy room to take out. But for some reason, this guy just does not want to fire vertically. I don't know why. I wish you had dropped a key for me, but it looks like I'll have to go exploring to find one. A couple keys would be nice, because I would indeed like to open up that chest, if at all possible. So, I mean, when I do the actual boss fight of Mom, I'll have to be listening very closely to see if I get an Angel Room. And if I do get an Angel Room, I'll use the Emperor card to teleport and get that Angel Room. And if I don't get an Angel... Well, that is to say, if I even beat Mom, because there's always the possibility that I could die. I mean, unless I end up getting like another full health pill, I think the chances of me dying are actually quite high. But yeah, then I'll get another opportunity, another shot, of course, to defeat Mom, which I'll try my best, but we'll see how it goes. That was a close one. I nearly took damage there. They're kind of like in a really awkward situation where you can't really hit them, but if you get too close to them, they might in fact damage you. So this is just a really awkward situation to be in, and I think I got it settled now. Okay, come on, stop spawning flies. I want to get close to this guy, but I'm scared he'll like walk into me, so that's more the problem that I'm having here. Okay, you're dead. Hopefully. Oh, you would spawn a Poodle at the very end. Very typical. Very Binding of Isaac-like. So, the key famine continues. I say famine, even though famine is like a word that's typically related to food. So I did get hit there, but I also spawned that Necronomicon effect, which damaged everything in the room. Down to 1 heart, so things are getting a little bit hairy. I could really use a full health. And Monstro took out 2 knights for me, which was very kind of him. Again, things are getting a little hairy here. I just need to poison that guy and he's dead. 2 poisons I found from the Pinky Eye typically kills knights, so slowing him doesn't help out. What I really need to do is just poison him. There we go. Just fire repeatedly into his face. And oh, there's my key. Had a small brain fart there. And hopefully I get some more keys so I can open up these golden chests, since they often contain hearts. So that is what I am all about. Charm the Vampire. Well, what this does is every 13th kill that you get on enemies, it heals you half of a heart. It may indeed help us out a lot. It may actually not, but that was actually really bad bomb placement now that I think about it. I should have placed it at the southern part. I should have placed it down here, and then I'd have a potential to unlock the secret room, even though the secret room probably isn't there. But you never know. Another full heart. I'm not arguing with that. Completely okay with that. Another key, another full heart. So I will use this key on the golden chest, since there are no more item rooms in the game. A couple more keys, which is great, and some more bombs, which means I can check here for the secret room. And it is not there, but I also have a few more opportunities to look for the secret room. So it's not the end of the world, because I have 5 more bombs. Which, I like to save bombs for Mom's heart, so I'm now full health, so this is actually going really well. Other than the fact that I still have base damage, have not had a single damage upgrade the entire game, so again, Guppy's Paw is like an absolute must. I have to get it. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. Guppy's Paw is needed for victory. Oh my goodness, I was trying my best to avoid that damage, and it did not end up happening, so... I think overall, though, this is a pretty good Eve run, so I'm not even mad, because, like... Yes, I'm very, very unlikely to win against Mom's Heart unless I end up getting, you know, a very lucky item or something like that, but... I'm not mad because, like, my luck has been terrible this run for the most part, and I've still made it this far. So that just goes to show that at least this run I have played quite well. Ooh, room full of Mr. Moz. Or not Mr. Moz. There's that glitch where that happens sometimes where they will extend 2 pairs of legs. It looks kind of funny. And it happens sometimes, so there's not much you can do other than just like get over it. So this room can be a little bit tricky, just because the damage is poor. The damage is real. And there we go with the Charm of the Vampire healing. There's a red heart there. I don't think I'm going to need that though. I do want to check here for the secret room, because it could be there. And it ended up not being there. So I have no idea where the secret room is. I don't think it's really worth checking many more times, so what we'll do is we'll just enter the boss fight. Here we go. And again, I get 2 opportunities, so even if I mess up and die during the first one, which is, you know, I think quite likely to happen, and I guess Monstro actually did damage Mom. I wasn't sure if it was going to or not, but it looks like it did. So I have the dead bird out now. Like, I'm not even mad that I took a hit. I needed that dead bird, like, without a doubt. That was a necessity. So... let's see, foot going down. Okay, so we're about halfway through this boss fight, but unfortunately a lot of that damage I think was in fact done by Monstro, and there's not going to be any more damage done by him, so I've already used up a lot of my extra bonus damage this fight. So this is going to be a long Mom fight, I can pretty much guarantee that. That hurts with the hands, not a big fan of the hands. And yeah, okay, now we're about halfway through the fight. Again, my damage is just so poor. It would help if I had like a bunch of soul hearts and was like down in the curse state. That would be absolutely wonderful, but that ain't gonna happen. I would need Guppy's Paw for that, which I have not found all run, and admittedly I probably will not get during this run, so that's why I'm saying the chance for victory is so low. And I was trying to avoid damage there, but I couldn't really do it because I couldn't see exactly what was going on around me. So, I mean, I now had the Curse of the Vampire Charms heal thing. Alright, so I have the bonus damage now, but one more hit and I'm dead, so... Actually, well, no, I had Scapular heal me for soul hearts, so... I do have a lot of damage now, but I can officially take one more hit now until death. So, let's see. Can I do it? The hype. The hype is real. Can he pull it off? He's so close. Half a red heart to go. And then, yeah, I mean, I can respawn and try again, but am I going to beat it in my next attempt? Probably not. Okay, well, I literally got Mom entirely red barred. Let's try this again. So there's a few less rocks this time around, which is a good thing. The problem with Mom isn't like that the Mom's fight is difficult. The problem is just the amount of mobs she spawns. That's really the only challenge, is like, I'm pretty much 100% taking damage because either there's mobs in my way, or because trying to dodge mobs makes me get hit by the foot. You know, that's really the only time that you take damage during this fight. It's not actually from the Mom itself, which is really why it's really awesome to get the red champion version of Mom, because she does not spawn mobs, so she is by far the easiest version of Mom to take out. So that would be really awesome if I got that version of Mom, but unfortunately I did not. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see how this fight goes. My damage, again, is, you know, just makes this fight take a very, very long time. And when I get down to the curse state, again, Scapular is going to heal me for half of a heart. Or, I mean, when I get down to half of a heart, I will get a free soul heart. And then I'll also be in the curse state, so I'll be doing extra damage. So, I got a Necronomicon effect from the missing page there. Which killed all of the enemies in the room and also did quite a bit of damage to Mom. So I'm actually looking in a pretty good situation. I also got the dead bird out, which is going to help me out quite a bit. And hopefully I would get like a Charm of the Vampire heal. That would be nice. One of these times, it feels like I've killed, you know, quite a few enemies, but I don't know. Okay, so nearly dead. I don't believe I heard the Angel or Devil Room sound come off. If you really listen really closely, there is a sound that you can hear, and it'll kind of tell you. Okay, Missing Page and Pinky Eye. Do I want those? I do not want this range down pill. I think what I'm going to do is use the Hermit. Oh, wow, it's greed. Of course it's greed. It would be greed. I just wanted to use that to escape the fight, and, you know, just in case I spawned a Devil Room with Guppy's Paw, and it really is the only reason I teleported out. And then I will bring the Emperor down to the womb with me. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So, I mean, I've done, I think, absolutely amazing in this run so far with what I've been given. I've really been working very well with what I've been given and doing a great job, I feel. You know, I have a pretty crap spacebar item. Well, it's decent, I guess, in some situations, but especially against like bosses that are fast, it often misses them. No damage ups, you know, I've had pretty much all my items have been decent, but none of them have been absolutely spectacular. Mostly the only good items I've had is health ups, which are, out of all the characters, Eve is probably the one character that needs health ups the least, and unfortunately there was no Devil or Angel Room. So the boss room looks far away, so I will just immediately use the Emperor. And we end up getting Blast Assist, which is actually quite an easy boss for the most part. But you kind of got to keep your distance from him because he does shoot a lot of tears. So, man, my damage is bad. I know I've probably said that like 100 times, but it's so shocking like how bad this damage is sometimes. And all of his shots will again deal a full heart of damage, so it's very, very important to keep my distance from him. But, I mean, again, this is like the easiest boss in the womb. Debatably, also, I always forget what this boss's name is, but it's like the boss that's basically a Pin clone, you know, of the very first floor in the game. In the basement, you often fight the boss Pin. There's a boss in the womb, which is a clone of him, but you can only damage him by hitting his tail. He's also very, very easy. So those are like the two easiest bosses in the womb. So, it looks like I'm going to actually take no damage on this fight, which, if that leads to a deal of the devil, which it does, okay. Guppy's Paw could be win running for me here. And no, we can try this. But I was going to say, like, if I get Guppy's Paw here, that could be like the thing that wins me the run. Unfortunately, I did not get it. I got Krampus, but I should be able to beat Krampus, which will add a little bit of damage to my tears. It won't add a lot, just because, well, Eve has pretty terrible damage. So pretty much no matter what you do, you can't add much damage to her tears. But I mean, the cool thing with Krampus is I could kind of stand under him, so I don't have to stand directly in the path of his laser, and I can still hit him because I have the homing tears. Apologize for the phone going off in the background there. Hopefully that's not too much of a big deal. Alright, Krampus, come on. You're done. And then from killing Krampus, I will end up getting a lump of coal, which what that will do is that will increase my damage. Like, the farther away I stand from enemies, the more that it will hurt them. So I got hit at the very end there, which was really unfortunate. But we head down to the next floor, not really looking in great shape, and I don't have another Emperor card, so... And the boss room looks quite far away. So yeah, we'll see what I can do here. I mean, should I enter this curse room? That's like a full 2 red hearts being taken away if I enter that curse room. So it's probably not a good idea. But it's like almost to the point where I kind of have to enter it, because I mean, just for that tiny chance of Guppy's Paw. And if I don't get Guppy's Paw, you know, like, there's probably no way I'm going to win this run. I have no idea how I got to the womb 2, honestly, with the setup that I currently have, because I am quite weak, so how did I make it all the way to the womb 2? I have no idea. A bomb and a key, that's not terribly helpful, bud. I'm going to check here with the secret room. Wow, that was quite lucky. And we just get some more sense, which again isn't terribly helpful. But I mean, as long as I like keep my distance from enemies, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna move my way through the secret room, because it looks like this will put me close to the boss. And if it doesn't put me close to the boss, I will be sad. But all right, so we got a room with a doppel, and full of guts. So it looks like they're all moving around the edge of the map. So as long as you just like see the guts pattern, they're actually quite easy to take out. I just want to make sure I don't go into the path of that doppel there, which would be good. The doppels basically shoot along with you. I think they're called doppels, you know, over after doppelganger, of course, which is like someone identical to you. So the easiest way to take out doppels is stand really close to them and let your cube of meat take them out. And I'm up to full health again, which, you know, is I'm pretty hyped about. So, I mean, heck, I'm up to full health. I have terrible damage, but if I play really, really well, I could potentially beat Mom's Heart. Which would, you know, if I beat Mom's Heart, this time I can safely say this is probably the best Isaac I've ever played in my life. And of course I got hit there by literally the easiest enemy you can fight in the entire game. But, you know, it happens. I just really need to stop taking damage if I'm going to win this fight. Could have used a heart there, I'm not going to lie. Really could have used one. Gold chest, definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. See, a bomb and a key is in there, so... I am a heart down. Should I go into the boss room? No. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down towards the arcade. Hopefully none of the rooms on the way are too difficult. And what the arcade will do is, you know, I can potentially recover hearts from that. I can potentially get soul hearts from that. Especially if I ended up getting a fortune teller machine in the arcade, that would be absolutely amazing. So I'm really hoping that that's what happens. Again, I mean, to win this run, I really got to play my cards right. So this room can be very, very difficult sometimes, especially with the, what's it called, the white bomb leech. Somehow I avoided all damage during this room. I don't really know how I did it, but I managed it. What card is this? Emperor card. Well, you know, that just saves me a trip of walking there. It would have been handy to have that card at the start of the floor, but I'm going to save that just in case I take half of a heart of damage on this room, which I think in hindsight was the right thing to do. Well, actually, I can't take half of a heart of damage, but I mean, just like in the womb, obviously, you never take half a heart of damage unless you have the wafer, I guess, but yeah, what I meant is if I take a full heart of damage in this room, it will heal me a full heart, instead of just healing me half of a heart if I use it now. And yes, I did in fact take damage, which I'm not proud to admit, but it happens. I mean, again, there's an arcade right there, and I have 31 cents, so I think I have a pretty good shot. Ooh, don't shoot that bomb fly when it's that close to me. That's not a good idea, but yeah, I think I have a pretty good shot if I get lucky on this arcade at Mom. Let's do this. Hype time. And I will only play the bomb bank if I can fully recover all of my HP. Otherwise, I will not do it. You know, could I win? Oh, dying. That's handy. That means a lot more gambling I can do, so I'm not even mad about that. Could I win the blood bag? You know, I potentially could, but I think it's highly unlikely. Again, it takes a full heart of damage every single time you play the blood bank on the womb. So that's the bad thing about the blood bank on the womb. Really, I just need to get lucky with soul hearts here. That's pretty much the only thing that's going to save my run. But if I do, that would be absolutely great. So hopefully that happens. And then again, I don't know what I get for beating Mom with Eve, but I hope it's something epic. 2 soul hearts. Awesome. That is exactly what I was looking for, buddy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm very, very happy that I got that. Half of red heart. That could potentially lead to a play on the blood bank if I end up getting more of those. So that's a good thing. And then, of course, at the very end of this, if I don't end up getting a blood bag, which I probably won't, I can always play the blood bank. Or, I mean, blow up the blood bank. Sometimes that will give you hearts, or I mean, sometimes it'll give you soul hearts. It usually doesn't, but it always has that very small chance. It's always worth playing stuff just for the small chance. Like, for example, the skull game and this guy, the slot machine, are much more likely to pay out with red hearts than soul hearts, but there's always the chance. As you saw, I got 2 soul hearts already, so it can happen. Alright, let's keep continuing on to play the slot machine. I got another red heart, so that's another play, that's another cent. That's more plays in the future on these two machines. So I mean, that's always a good thing with the blood bank. It can just prolong my gambling here. A couple more cents means a couple more plays on the machines. Alright, so I'm getting close down to the end. More bombs. Well, bombs are good, because I'm definitely going to be needing bombs for the Mom's Heart fight. Can I win? Man, I really hope so. Skate hole, that would be awesome. That would be absolutely awesome if I could win that. Because Mom's Heart does spawn a lot of pooter flies. So making those unaggressive to me would be great. And I think I've like missed out on Skate hole 3 times already this run. There's another opportunity to get Skate hole. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. I swear, like winning Skate hole, I never win Skate hole. I don't know why. Like my win rate on Skate hole is like 10%, even though it's supposed to be 1 out of every 3. It just doesn't happen, man. Alright, so I'm probably going to be blowing up the blood bank here pretty soon. Another fly, it's very typical. This is your last chance to pay out. If you pay out with like 2 dimes, I wouldn't even be mad. Alright, so what do I blow up first? I think I'm going to play the blood bank 1 time. Get 1 cent, which I will put into the skull game guide. This is your chance to redeem yourself with hearts. You can do it. No, you can't. Alright, so I'm going to blow up the blood bank first. It'll give me a cent. I'm going to use that cent on the slot machine. And it's not going to give me anything. I'm going to blow up the skull game guy next. He's going to give me a pill, which is going to be tears up. Oh my goodness, I called it. And then I'm going to blow up the slot machine. I think that's the first time I've ever called a pill. That's actually pretty awesome. Alright, let's go to the boss now. It is time. The epic conclusion. Oh my goodness, Bloodshot Eyes. Bloodshot Eyes. Run. This is bad. This is very bad. This is so bad. So, I just lost both my hearts. But, I mean, I lost all of my... what am I talking about? What am I even saying? I lost both of my soul hearts because, you know, Bloodshot Eyes are OP. Seriously though, Bloodshot Eyes are just absolutely insane. Like, they have a ton of health, and they do absolutely ridiculous damage to you. And they have insane accuracy too, so... I took out all those Larry Jr.'s. All of those, there's only like 2 of them, but still. Alright, so one night, he shouldn't be too hard to handle. Again, the Mom's Heart fight is fairly easy. Even with absolute garbage damage, it's not really very hard generally. So just making sure I get those bombs in there, to put some damage in on Mom's Heart, and it also really helps to take out some of the enemies that she spawns. So yeah, I mean, heck, it looks like I'm going to be able to beat Mom's Heart here, so thanks to the 1-up. Again, without the 1-up that I got... Oh, I'm out of bombs. I was trying to place a bomb, and I was like, what is going on? Oh, I am out of bombs. That explains a lot. So after this, I'm guessing we'll get the opportunity to go to Shoal, but am I going to beat Shoal? No. So, I mean, I'll try it if I do end up getting that opportunity. Again, the main reason I'm here is just to get that Mom's Heart kill with Eve, which it looks like I'm gonna do. I think I wasn't really giving myself a whole lot of hope, but in all honesty, Mom's Heart really isn't that bad. It's one of the easier fights in the game. So she's doing the glitch where she shoots out bombs, even though the heart isn't up, which is not supposed to be happening. And then she has the noise audio glitch there, where she just says a lot of stuff. And the rest of this fight shouldn't be too difficult since she's down the whole time, so I can just rapidly shoot her the entire time. Get a lot of damage in, make sure I kill this Globin here before he causes any problems. So, I mean, really, I don't think I even took any red heart damages for, did I? Yeah, I think I only took soul heart damage this entire fight, which is pretty awesome. So we unlocked the Razor, which is a good thing. And it actually gave us the opportunity to go to the cathedral for the very first time ever. I've never had that opportunity before, but there's no way I'm beating Isaac with Eve. It's just not happening. So I actually spawned quite a far ways away from the boss. So I can, you know, not trying to spoil anything here, but I'm pretty much guaranteed that I will not be beating him. I will not be winning, like fully winning this run. I count Mom's Heart as a win though, so. And I can't end off because there's no chest anymore. So what I have to do, I actually have to go to the cathedral or down to Shoal. I have no choice. So actually, this is possibly the easiest Faceless Knight room I've ever had, and I think I can mostly attribute that to the fact that these slowing tears that I get from Gish are just awesome. I absolutely love them. They're so helpful. Slowing tears pretty much is going to win me this room without, you know, taking much damage. So that was surprisingly easy. And I unfortunately don't have any bombs because I was, oh my goodness, 3 Bloodshot Eyes. Well, this is pretty much GG me. Bloodshot Eyes are OP. They really are. They truly are. Took a ton of damage that room, but I mean, it was bound to happen. Splat. Unfortunately, well, I mean, it's just Pestilence. Pestilence isn't too bad. Or no, this is Famine, not Pestilence. What am I talking about? I don't even know my Isaac sometimes, but he's standing in the middle of the rocks where I can't shoot him. It's really frustrating. I got hits, so just get your head out from the rocks, please. That's what my mom always used to tell me when I was younger. And Deadbird took him out, so there's a pill there, which I would love to get, but I don't have any bombs. I can't do it. So this is Pestilence. I'm sorry I confused you earlier with someone that you are not. Alright, so Slowing Tears should help out a lot on this fight with the Chargers. I'm not going to beat the Devil unless I end up playing the best I've ever played in Isaac, which, you know, admittedly I'm pretty much playing the best I've ever played in Isaac this run. Although this Gish familiar is just helping out so much. Okay, so full health pill or a bomb drop. Because I think that blue pill, yes, a bomb drop. I'll go back and get that blue pill. If it's something bad, I'm going to be sad, but that kind of rhymed too. Please be full health. What are you going to be? Speed up. Well, now I am insanely fast. Does that help me? No, not really. So we get bomb leeches this room, which pretty much means that I'm dead. Because, like, even with the Gish, I'm just, like, for one, I'm really bad at, like, controlling characters' movement, and for two, I don't know how that hit me. I just walked onto the spikes. Okay, well, we have half a heart. There's no way I'm winning this run. I mean, I don't feel too bad about it. Why did you completely miss the Fallen? The Fallen was right there. I don't feel too bad about it, but, I mean, I guess this is just for practice, mostly. I'm not going to be winning this run, obviously, just because there's no way that's happening. I'd have to be absolutely... Like, who takes no damage during the Devil fight? I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that do that, but certainly not me. It would have really helped if I didn't lose that Soul Heart from Scapular by walking onto the spikes. But it happened. And that was also bound to happen. But anyway, I think that was overall a very good run. Holy crap, a 1 hour long run. That was a bit insane. But I beat Mom's Heart with Eve, which is something I haven't done before, so that means I still have to beat Mom's Heart with Blue Baby, Sai, and Samson, Sai. But I've beaten it with everything else now, so that's something to rejoice about. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and farewell.